All right, for those of you that wanna change your put a new fuel pump, new sending unit in without having to drop your gas tank. I started this project already, but I decided to make a YouTube video out of it. Okay, first thing you do is you get yourself a grinder. I got me a rigid. Okay, this is the rigid and cordless. And what I did is I put a cutting wheel on this rigid grinder. And what I did is I made my cuts here, right? Okay, but this is what I did to get my measurements. I just hit my head on that camper shell. That didn't feel too good, but anyways. Hey, so what you want to do is you want to find the center right where the handle is. There's a column there. There's a post or whatever you want to call it. There's a column there, and that's your center. So you want to measure 15.5 inches. Okay, 15.5 inches is where you get your mark. 15.5 inches, and that's where you make your mark. Okay, and from that center you want to measure 6 inches each way. So from that center you get your mark 6 inches. You get 6 inches that way, you get 6 inches this way from that center, from that mark, and you get 6 inches this way from that mark. You get 6 inches. So you go 6 inches each way. 1, 2, 3, 4. So after you do that, you get your rigid grinder and you cut it. And then, but first, I used a Sharpie marker. I used my Sharpie, and I made my lines here. Okay, once you get your lines squared away, then you pull out the sheet metal. You got to be very careful right here. You got to cut real shallow right here. So you pretty much line it up where the fuel comes in. There's a breathe tube right here, a vent valve for your sending unit. You got to cut real shallow right here. As you can see, this thing rides right on the sheet metal. So right on the bed. So you got to be very careful. I nicked mine just a little bit, but it'll be all right. But that's how you do it if you don't want to struggle to drop your gas tank. This is an 84 Chevy Blazer. I did my cutout, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these brackets. I'm going to get some brackets. I'm going to put my brackets right here and right here. I'm going to bolt them down. That way I can put this back on top. After I'm done switch my sending unit out, I put this back on top and seal her up, and she's good to go. But I don't got to drop that fuel tank anymore. And I'll tell you what, this beats doing that, because this took me about 15 minutes to do. About 15 minutes to cut. Done deal. So wear safety glasses when you're doing this, because you're going to have sparks everywhere, and make sure you have an empty gas tank. Empty gas tank. All right. Thanks a lot, you guys. Good luck. Hope somebody learned something here. Take it easy. Steve's Mechanics.